Hi everyone, this is Charmander, and in this video, I'm going to talk about all the heroes that has HP debuff, as well as other heroes as well that can increase the damage taken off their enemy squads or their enemy garrison. So the reason why I'm talking about this is because I did mention previously that we are now in the age of riders, but truthfully, it is more accurate to say we are now in the age of debuffers. And one of the reasons why I say this is because if you play any PvP events, garrisons are harder and harder to break. For example, Chasey for the longest time is a menace for garrison, and it's only recent that people are figuring out how to break her because she has such a huge amount of damage reduction and she also deals a decent amount of basic damage. So the common way people are breaking her now is using Stella and Marco as the rally, where Stella's counter damage is helping hurt Chasey, while with Marco's debuffing ability, Chasey's HP can be reduced by up to 47% for 3 seconds. And with the new infantry garrison hero Boyd, who is now often used with Stella for the purpose of fighting a multi-rally, or Boyd and Riven for one-on-one, this garrison is also extremely difficult to break. So when you're dealing with a garrison that is difficult to break, then you have to come up with more creative ways to break that garrison. And one of the ways is actually a variant of the Stella Marco rally, and that is mainly to use heroes that has HP reduction as a debuff. So who are the heroes in this game that has HP reduction as a debuff that is available? As mentioned already earlier, the first one is Marco. As you can see from his second skill, Electronic Interference, he has the ability to reduce HP of the target for 3 seconds for up to 47%. And this is from a counter attack, meaning the person that is doing the rallying should have Marco, because that is automatic in regards to you doing counter attacks on the enemy, because you have to get attacked first before the counter attack fires. Yes, a lot of people don't like that thing that says 30% chance, but if you are doing a rally on someone and the person's attacking you, then there's roughly a 1 out of 3 chance that the debuff will fire as a result. Another amazing one is actually going to be Claude with his second ability called Lingering Miasma, which reduces the HP cut of the enemy by 35%. So as you can see, this is a really good one when it comes to debuffing the enemy. And apparently Lingering Miasma actually also stacks with Decay and Wither. So you can potentially stack both of those debuffs on your opponent to cut their HP by 35% individually. One of the older heroes in the game is Lee, and if you look at his first skill called Brutal Blow, he also has an attack and defense and HP reduction by 30%. So he would also be good as a budget way to reduce a garrison's HP, and I'll talk about how you can pull that off in just a bit. Next, you have the new hero Cedric, who can also reduce the HP of the garrison by 4%, and because it stacks up to 3 times, that is actually 12%. And also when you transcend Cedric's Awaken skill, Bloody Storm, it then becomes a 6% squad HP debuff, meaning if you stack it 3 times, then that is actually 18% for 30 seconds, which is pretty damn sick. So how would you utilize something like this? Well, basically what would happen then, if you're in a situation where you're doing a triple rally on, let's say, a Boyd and Stella or a Chasey, then you would definitely want a rally that has Stella and Marco as the tank rally. And for the other 2 rallies, you definitely want to have one person using Cedric for the purpose of doing that HP cut, and partnering up Cedric with someone like Claude would actually be a very good idea. You can also have a third rally that is also hitting the garrison, and for the third rally, you can be hitting with someone like Sophie, for example, because Sophie actually increases the skill damage received by the enemy by 20%. So just an example, you can have Sophie with Claude also, but the other Claude, one of them will be awakened and the other one will be not awakened. That way, Decay and Wither and Lingering Miasma can stack together for a huge HP debuff, as well as increasing the damage taken by the garrison. Now, for the other heroes, one thing that people are doing when it comes to stopping a garrison is actually swarming it. And if you swarm it, let's say with one squad that has Lee in it, then Lee can also debuff that garrison by an additional 30%. And someone can also have Bella in that swarm, and Bella could also increase the damage the target receives by 20%. So this is one good way that you can stack all the different benefits together to really cut down the HP of a garrison, increase the amount of damage they take so that it's easier for you to break that garrison. If you're doing this on a one-on-one situation, let's say it's an island raid and you are fighting, let's say, a Boyd and Riven, and let's say you are using either a Stella and Marco rally, or if you're using a Cedric rally, then you can swap the tower with those other heroes that I mentioned. So some of them will have Claude in it, some of them will have Lee in it, and then you just have a bunch of other ones like Sophie and Bella to increase the damage that the garrison takes, as well as other heroes that deals huge amount of skill damage and just damage in general in a short period of time to break that garrison much faster. So this is why I think we are now in the age of debuffs, because you can use all these debuffing heroes, especially the HP cut ones, and increasing the damage damage taken by the garrison to quickly destroy the garrison, because otherwise it's going to be a lot harder to break as they get stronger and stronger and people can keep refilling the garrison. Anyways, that's about it for this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.